Hey guys, how's it going? Tua Cruz here with? We're here with Tuan-chan and we're cycling here deep in the mountains of Nagoya, Japan. And actually, just kidding, we're not in the mountains at all. We're actually right here in our local city here over on the east side of Nagoya, Japan. We're still right by the city, but there's this really cool remote area, this remote residential area right here up in the mountains. You can see we've got the main city over here in the distance. So we actually just came over here on our last ride. We're continuing our ride. And if you didn't see our last ride video, you can check it out. I'll link it out up above. But anyway, we're continuing along on our ride and there's a bunch of cool houses, cool views in this area. And let's continue on our ride. Today we're on our mountain bikes, even though we're riding pavement, that's okay. Mountain bikes are really comfortable and fun to explore. And so that's my mountain bike. We've got Tuan's mountain bike here. And Tuan's also in her blue kit today. And speaking of blue, we've also got the hydrangea flowers in full bloom right now in beautiful blue, beautiful purple. And these are all over, we're seeing these all over on our ride. So anyway, let's continue on. Let's get started with our ride and check out some of the beautiful views. And there's some cool secret routes I want to show you guys today. Let's go.
Let's go.
Te wa? Kochi. Okay. Here we go. So before we descend, there's actually a cool section on this house over here. I want to show you guys a cool little statue. So let's make our way right up to the top peak here. Before we descend, there's a cool little tower here. Not little, I mean massive tower. And let's check out this view. This is really cool. Be careful of the water drains here. You do not want to accidentally fall in one of those, but check out this awesome view over here. Mountains over in the distance. And there's Eon over there. That right there, that white building is actually the university I used to work at. And over here is Morikoto Park. That's where we go for our cycling course. And it looks like there's another university over there, some mountains over there. So these are all the areas we're often riding, and it's really cool to be able to see it from this perspective over here. And these houses just have an amazing view. いいビューだね。いつかこういうところに住みたいね。Yeah. Dalat. So yeah, in our last video, we were just talking about our plans for moving to Vietnam in the future, and Dalat is a mountain town, and that's what we're strongly considering moving to. It's one of our two big options. We're considering Dalat or we're considering Da Nang. We're not sure, but we're going to go experiment to both. Anyway, let's continue back. And I want to show you guys some cool parts, of the descent on this neighborhood. This is the cool house from, check out some of the statues. I don't know that character. I'm sure some people in the comment section will know who that guy is. So if you know the name of that character, let me know. But that house has a lot of character. It's really cool. All the houses in this area have a bunch of character. And I mentioned in my last video when we rode over here that this is actually where I came to do a lot of my hill intervals, my hill training, because this is one of the biggest hills in this area. Hirari. So yeah, some mansions here and still some smaller houses as well. And check out this view. You don't get to see this too often, at least in the area that we live in Japan, because most residential areas and city areas are built in more flat areas. So they tend to not build in the mountains so much because of rock slides and there's earthquakes. So it's really dangerous for them to build in the mountains. So these kinds of areas are really rare in this area anyway. I think they're more common in areas like Kobe, which are more built into the mountains, but most Japanese cities are built as far away from the mountains as possible. So this is a really special gem. I really like this area. And there's a couple different interesting routes over here. All the school kids are getting out of school right now. Up until high school, everyone will be in their uniforms, but then from university, the kids are free to wear whatever they want. It's pretty funny because first year university students always go a little crazy. They'll dye their hair and they'll wear some really crazy clothes because it's the first time they can ever do it. This is my old university I used to work at. So it's pretty cool. It's really closely connected. So we're gonna sneak by here and I'm gonna show you guys some other cool little back road areas that I don't get to do too often, because normally in the past I'd always go for more fitness rides, but lately we do some more relaxing exploration rides, which is really fun because there's a lot of cool places I want to show you. And even in the city, there's a lot of cool exploration you can do. And this road, because it's right by the highway, is really busy, so we got to be careful when we cross here. Okay. So we're going to cross over here. We're going to get off this dangerous road. And we're going through this tunnel. And actually, when we're on this side, Migi, even though this road is parallel to the same highway, this side has a lot less traffic. So sometimes it's funny like that here in Japan. You can be really close to the same road, and one road can be just really crazy, really dangerous, and then another road that's really close by can be super safe and doesn't slow you down at all. So you just need to do a little bit of exploring. You can find the right path, and there's always maybe a better option. So I remember when I first came to Japan, a lot of roads I felt were a little dangerous, quite dangerous, but after a bit of exploring, I was able to find some good alternative routes and develop my own network, my own routes. And this is a pretty fun little back road section. It sort of goes underneath a lot of the highways here. There's a lot of crazy intersections here. And it's a pretty cool view seeing all these roads go up sort of into the sky here. And I'm not sure why there's a security guard there today. That's interesting. You can see all the overpasses up here on the side. Looks like I got some other construction projects going on here. Atsugi no migi. So we're actually gonna turn back right again and cross through another tunnel and head back in this direction. We kind of have to go around because we have to get around the mountain. So we're gonna turn right here. And you can always check those mirrors to see if cars are coming. They usually work better at night because sometimes you can't see very clearly in the mirror. This is another cool little secret back road. Matsugu, kiyotsukete. So the back roads are pretty nice because they're narrow. There's not too many cars, but the one bad thing is when cars do come here, they tend to try and go pretty fast. But they're usually pretty safe if they see a pedestrian nearby. I think this is some sort of university dorm or something, but they also have their own farm over here. So maybe something else, I'm not sure. Or some cheap apartment complex. I think the land over in this area, because it's a little bit more isolated, is a bit more cheap. This is another kind of area I'd love to live in, just sort of away from the busy roads and yeah, just a bit quieter, more nature. But the mountain view would also be pretty nice. I wouldn't mind having that. Some more farming over here, and that's the mountain we were just over at the top of. So the side we were on, that's the residential area. And over there's also actually a shrine and some graveyards and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff mixed back in there, and we've done a couple other videos. Tung's done a walking video up in the area. It's actually a really cool temple, so check it out. It's pretty cool to see. But we're not going there today. I'll link the video up above in case you want to see that. It's over on Tung's walking channel. Tsugi hidari. And what's this? It looks like a co-op. I wonder if that's a real co-op. I've never actually been there. These green signs, by the way, are commuting lanes. So you're supposed to walk in those if you're going to school. So it's for the children usually. We're going to turn left here. Some sunflowers. Kokomo hidari. So this is Iwasaki area. That's Iwasaki walking and jogging course. So because it's a walking course, there's actually quite a few attractions over in this area. And these roads are a little bit rougher, so that's another nice point about being on the mountain bikes today. The good thing about mountain bikes is you can roll wherever you want. Oh, we got some more hydrangea, the ajisai there, and we got the rice growing over here. We're starting to enter the summer months. Some corn over here. Tung's practicing all of her flower and vegetable names. So I've mentioned that Tung's been practicing her English lately, so if you guys are interested in seeing a video of us practicing English together and maybe you have some questions for her that you'd like her to answer in that video, let me know. I'll be collecting some questions and trying to make that video soon if there's enough interest. So like the video, give a comment with whatever question you'd like Tung to answer or anything you'd like to see sort of in that video. It should be a fun one to make. We'll also make one with my crappy elementary Vietnamese as well. So it's pretty crazy that if you saw our last video, you saw that we started in a pretty busy city area and we went from there to this countryside area. And during today's ride, we're also going to pass by some more busy areas as well. So we're going to be sort of intertwining between these more isolated country areas and the city areas, and just show you guys how even in the busy city areas you can see some cool countryside stuff like this. So we got a nice little river here. No fish. Koko masugu migi. Migi migi migi. Kono hashi mo migi. Oh. Yeah, there's some pretty big fish in there.
I saw a fish.
Oh. So for any new fans out there, my wife Tung just loves fish. Migi, migi, migi.
So big.
Ne koko mo migi.
Okay. Big fish.
Big fish.
Yeah. All fish.
So we're about to pass by one of our first attractions on this path, Hirari. She wants me to say the directions in English. So here we go. We got some water passing by here. This might be drinkable. Usually when you see water flowing like that, it's usually safe to drink. And we got some gates here. So I'm not sure what this is for, but there does seem to be a local shrine here. I'm not sure what the shrine is for, but they got a cool gate area. So we're not going to get too close to the shrine. I'm not sure if it's rude for us to bring our bike in there. So we're just going to take a picture over here in the front. Ine. Okay. Let's go. We're going to continue on our search. And you can see straight ahead we're heading back towards a busy road. I'm going to turn my map mode here on again just because I'm not sure exactly the routes over here. I just have a sort of general sense. Oh, there's a scooter back. The bike going by. But we do need to cross this street and turn right. It's a busy street. So we left our peaceful area. But if you wait long enough, you can usually find a safe point to cross. And let's cross over here. You can always find some cool roads when you're by the rivers here. And so that's the other cool thing about this map feature is it shows the rivers, so you can see where the rivers are. And if you try and explore around the river areas, you can usually find some paths like this. Sometimes they're really nice, sometimes they're more rough like this, but even if they're rough like this is no problem on a mountain bike or gravel bike. So if you're interested in doing more exploration rides, I definitely recommend the mountain bike or gravel bike over the standard road bike. You just can access a lot more roads a lot more comfortably. And everything is green right now. Beautiful green. We're entering the summer months, and we're just right in the middle of rainy season. We just had 2 days of nice sunny weather, yesterday and today, and then every day ahead is scheduled for rain again. So we still got some nice, comfortable weather today, but we will be getting some heavy rain and humidity coming again. And pretty soon, we're entering July, so the loud cicada bugs will be out in full force very soon. Got a bridge over here. Be careful crossing here. So let's keep going along the river. Let's see where this goes. Actually, we've cycled along this road going that way before. I never made this connection, so this is cool. Another fun exploration, learning new paths. Let's hop on the dirt section. Might as well. So with the river pass, depending on the scale of the river, for the smaller rivers like that, whenever you end up by a road, you're usually going to have to cross the road or wait to cross, which can be annoying. But on the bigger rivers, you can usually continue to cycle down on the bottom and you can go under the rivers. So if you've seen some of my other river path cycling videos here in Japan, you'll know what I'm talking about. Beautiful day though today. Nice sunny skies over here. And pretty soon, right after rainy season, we're gonna have some pretty radiant green colors, especially with the rice fields. It looks amazing. Oh cool, camping truck over here, camping trailer. They got some firewood. Very cool. I think that's also Tuung's dream, to have her own sort of garden like that, making her own vegetables. そういう自分のところも作りたいでしょ? Yeah. And there's lots of signs I've noticed over here telling people to pick up their dog's poop. So don't let when you're walking your dog around here, don't just leave your dog poop lying around. People are usually pretty good about that here in Japan. Let's go this way. There's another really cool park right over here. that I've never shown on this channel actually, and it's really cool. It's got some pretty crazy statues, so let's show you guys that. That'll be a good way to finish today's tour ride of fun surprises. There's always some really fun surprises nearby when you know the right places to look. Kids crossing. We're gonna go straight into here, into the park. This is the 5-color park. I'm not sure the actual correct way to read that. Sometimes some kanji can be really special to read. But anyway, let's take a quick look here at the sign, the map here. So I've shown Tung a picture of this place online. I've told her we got to come here one day, but she's actually never been here. I've just sort of rolled through. And this is actually, it's sort of like a religious theme park, not theme park, but religious park, where they just have a whole bunch of different statues from different religious stories. And I believe it's one of the only like religious parks of its nature, and it's one of the biggest ones for sure. So anyway, it's a pretty cool place. Koko ita koto nai ne?
No.
No. And there's actually just a whole bunch of different statues scattered around here. And it's a pretty big area, so we're not going to be able to show you everything, but we can show you guys a quick little glimpse. Let's show you some of the statues that we can see off the road. And maybe one day, if there's enough interest from you guys, we'll come back here and film a full walking video.
Yeah.
Yeah? So anyway, let's go check it out. Itemiyo. So here's the gate. You can just sort of come in, and it says no pets. Don't bring your pets in here. We're gonna go nice and slow. We don't want to cause any problems. And I think as long as we stay on the main road, we're okay, but we probably shouldn't bring our bikes on like this kind of trail, even though it looks like a lot of fun. I'm not gonna do that at this religious place. But you can see we've come across some of the statues already. So some of you guys may know quite a bit more about Japanese history or religious history than I do. So I really am not an expert on this stuff, so I won't even pretend to lecture you guys, but let's see the description here. We'll often use some pretty difficult Japanese as well. So this something to do with like the moon viewing. So I believe a lot of these statues will depict some sort of story or some sort of famous moment. And there's a bunch of these all over the park. Here's another trail. Some other statues. Again, if you know what these mean, what these represent, let me know. And some of you guys might like the bamboo forest. These are pretty common here, actually, where I live. It's not just Kyoto, they're all over. And oh, we got a bunch of guys over here as well. So let's see some of these guys as well. This guy's got a pretty interesting, what is that, a wooden sword kind of thing? He's in some action pose. And he's off his sandals over there. And then he's got serious buddies sitting over here. So supposedly, this is supposed to be some sort of haunted area. So I saw some other Japanese YouTubers come over to this area, and it's supposedly like this famous haunted area that people go to get some sort of thrill. But I don't get a scary vibe or anything. Maybe it's because we're out here on a sunny day, but maybe on like a misty, cloudy day, this could be a little bit creepier if you come here at night. I don't think you're allowed to come here at night though. I'm curious to see what it's like in some of those trails though, what other statues and what other attractions they have there once you go in the inner hiking trails. Let's keep going just a little bit, see what else we can find. Car parked over here. So it says don't do fishing here. It doesn't say enter here, so I think we can ride in here. Again, we're going to ride very slowly just in case there are some pedestrians around. So this is cool. We kind of got like a little mountain bike trail, mountain trail, and oh wow. So this guy got a full beard, gray hair, long gray hair, gray beard, and it looks like there's a dragon right down there as well. We've got another priest guy over here. Definitely curious about the significance of these guys. Oh, cool. So these guys look like they're working in the farms, picking some rice. Yeah, I'm not sure if we should be back here with our mountain bikes, so I'm actually gonna go back to the main road. I don't feel too comfortable riding out here. Oh, but before we go, but while we're on our way back, let's check out some of these cool places. Oh, there was a snake or something that just went by. I gotta be careful while I walk. Anyway, can you see this, guys? Very nifty. I don't want to walk down here because my shoes are gonna get all messed up. And I'm pretty afraid of that snake or whatever that was back here. Very cool. Let's not venture too far off the main path. Yeah, they have the signs for the snakes. What is this? Mumashi ni chui. So that's a special kind of snake. I'm actually not sure. I'll research that type of snake later so I can show you guys. But yeah, that's I think what I just saw earlier. So yeah, I don't want to deal with snakes today. Let's get out of here. And this is one of the other crazy attractions here, is this sort of playground for kids, I guess. But this does not look safe at all. But sometimes they have some really crazy playgrounds for kids here. And especially this one, just check this out. How fun does this look if you were a kid? You could have so much fun here. But you can see the paint is all sort of chipping off. This has been here for quite a while. Anyway guys, we're gonna finish here for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the sights along today's video and finishing off with this interesting park. I think Tunchan really likes this area. Anyway, that's it for today's video. As always, thanks for watching guys. If you want to see more videos about cycling life in Japan, be sure to subscribe and we'll see you next time here on Tool Cruise.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.